Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video what we are going to see is the executive powers of a president. Okay, so according to Article 74, so there shall be a council of minister with the prime minister as a head to aid and advise the president. So the council of a minister with the prime minister as a head will always give advice to the president regarding the executive functions of a president. Okay, so president can execute his president can use its executive power either directly or by means of a subordinate who is nothing but a council of ministers. Okay, so he can either directly use his executive authority or by means of a subordinates according to the article 53 subsection 1. Okay, president appoints prime minister, okay, minister, auditor general of India, attorney general of India, comptroller and auditor general of India, chief election commissioner, election commissioners, then chairman and members of a Union Public Service Commission, Finance Commission, chairman and members of a Finance Commission, judges of a Supreme Court and High Court. So president can appoint these members, okay, after consulting a council of a minister with the prime minister as a head, and after a consultation with some experts. Okay, he can seek any information regarding the administration and a proposal for a legislation from a prime minister and require any information for a consideration of a council of a minister. So the president can ask for any information regarding regarding the legislative proposal or regarding any other function. So what basically means is that president can ask for any information from a prime minister regarding the executive and legislative functions. Then he can he can require any information for the consideration of a council of a minister. Means that if a minister takes any individual decision without consulting a council of ministers, without consulting the council, if any ministers take a individual decision, the president can then ask for a information regarding such a decision for a consideration of a council of a ministers. Okay, then he can appoint interstate council and can administer. Okay, the president can able to appoint a interstate council for a cooperation of a center and states and for the cooperation between different states. Okay, then he can administer union territories through administer. So union territories have administrators like a lieutenant governors, administrators. Okay, so he can directly administer. The president can administer union territories through such a lieutenant governors and the administrators. Okay, he can appoint a commission to investigate the condition of a scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and the other backward caste to know about the condition. Okay, for the such to know about the condition and the lifestyle of other backward castes, scheduled tribes and scheduled castes, and to investigate any conditions. President can appoint a commission. Okay, with respect to the administration of a tribal. So this is for to knowing about the conditions. Okay, to know about the condition of a scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward castes, to know about the life conditions. Okay, for that reason he appoints a commission. Then with respect to the administration of the tribal areas, so our country consists of some tribal areas. Okay, to preserve the tribes, to safeguard the tribes, our country has some tribal areas, and president has a power regarding that. What power is that? He can declare. The president can declare any area as a scheduled area for safeguarding. For the purpose of safeguarding, the president can declare any area as a scheduled area. Then he can seize. He can also seize any area as a scheduled area. Okay, he can cancel the scheduled area of status of any particular area. He can also create a scheduled area. Then constitute a, he can constitute a tribal advisory committees. The president can constitute a tribal advisory committees. Okay. Then giving assent to the regulations of a government for the peace and the good governance of a scheduled areas. Okay. For the purpose of a good governance and a peaceful governance, governor can create some laws, some rules and the regulation. But the president has to give a assent to such a legislation, such a rules and regulation for its implementation. Then he can require governor to prepare a report and give direction with respect to the administration of a. So the president can require for a governor to prepare a proper record, proper report, and the president can also give a direction to the governor regarding the report preparation for the administration with respect to the tribal and the scheduled areas. Okay. So these are the three important laws related to the executive powers of a president. Okay. So first one is that Article 73 states that Union executive has a power to make law. Union executive is nothing but a president. So president has a power to make law on subject. On what subject means that of which union parliament, on which subject union parliament has a power to make a law on such a subject, union executive has a power for its executive power. So on whichever law, on what laws union parliament has a power, on what subject union parliament has a power, union executive, which is nothing but a president, has a power for its execution or executive powers. Okay. Power emerges from a treaty or agreement. So the power for a union executive is nothing but a president, may also emerges from any treaty between governments or any agreement between different parties of a government. Then on a concurrent list. So we know that subjects legislative as a three subject. One is the union subject, on which the union legislature, which is nothing but a parliament, has a power to make a law. Then state subject, on which the state legislative assembly or state legislative council has a power to make a law. Then there is a third one, which is nothing but a concurrent subject. Okay. On concurrent subject, both the union and both the union and the states has a power to make a law, and usually the execution of execution on such a subjects lies with that of a state government. But whenever there is a clash between a union law and the state law, then union law will prevail. Whatever the union legislature, which is nothing but a parliament, will make a law, will be prevail when there is a clashes between a union and the state law regarding a concurrent subject. So whenever the union law prevails, then executive power of such a law will lies with that of a president. Okay. Whenever the parliament enact on a concurrent subject, then the executive power of such a subject will lie with that of a president. Okay. Then Article 77. So what Article 77 states that is that all executive actions of a government of India will be taken in the name of a president. So all the executive orders, executive statements, any orders will be taken in the name of a president. Okay. So the president must need to give his authentication for a execution of such a order. So the authentication. So authentication according to the rules made. So for president need to give authentication for every executive orders. So the type of authentication can be depends upon the rules made by the president himself. Okay, president himself. So the president can make a rules for a type of an authentication. Okay. Then for more convenient transaction of a government business and allocation of so the president can make a law for a convenient transaction of a government business. Government business is nothing but government functions, okay, government duties. President can make a rules regarding such a government business and allocation of a government business among ministers. Okay. Okay. Next, what Article 74 means the executive powers of a president? Okay. As already we discussed that president is only a nominal or ceremonial lead. President is only a nominal lead. All the real powers will be vested in a prime minister and council of ministers. He is only a nominal head. So president must need to act with the aid and advice of a council of ministers. Okay, without the aid and advice of a council of minister and prime minister, the president cannot be able to act. He must not need to act without the aid and advice of a council of ministers. Okay, so these are all the executive powers of a president and the articles related to the executive powers of a president. Thank you.